Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Kai and this is another bookish video. First off, ignore this behind me. I'm in the midst of kind of reorganising all the books in our conservatory and building shelves and things, so not everything has a home, and I've rejigged stuff for this video, which you will see in a minute. So ignore this. This will not always be my background, and I know it's probably stressing some of you out because there are just books on books on books on books. Good thing is I have read all these books behind me. Bad thing is there is a pile of books next to me that I have not read. So this video is just going to be a look at all the unread fiction books on my shelves. The reason I say fiction is I have a whole shelf in my lounge full of non-fiction, and I'm not counting those because I use them more for reference. Some of them I read all the way through, some of them I use for reference for projects and writing and things. So yeah, those aren't being counted. Neither are the classics because I've read most of the ones I've bought, and the other books in here are either read or my husband has bought them and I don't want to read them. So I can say most of these books have been read by someone. Some of these books on here are my husband's that he's read, and the rest I just haven't gotten around to yet. I'm a very picky, moody reader, so if I'm not in the mood for something, I tend not to pick it up. I also have an auto-buy author, which means I have quite a few of her books, but I know I enjoy them. So I tend to pick them up if I ever see them on sale or discount or anything. So I'm going to stop rambling. Maybe at the end of the year I will do a reaction to this to see how many I've gotten through, or to see if I've gotten rid of any. Yeah, what else? Let me think. There are a few books I've left off, mainly because they're going to go in our guest room for when we have people around. I have no interest in them, but I know like my family does. So that's the only other thing. And I'm not counting Kindle books because they don't take up space. Right, I'm really worried. Can you see? I'm just leaning on this pile. There's a lot of books. But I've already worked my way through a good chunk of them. So yeah. Okay, let's get started with this mad amount of books. Right guys, so let's jump into this mess. So the first book on this list is The Martian by Andy Weir. I read my first Andy Weir book last year. I read Artemis and I really enjoyed it, so high hopes for this one. My little brother just finished it and said he really loved it, so I have high hopes. It's not completely unread because Ben's read it. So yeah, I will be putting a counter here, I think, and then I'll do a breakdown of how many are completely unread and how many have been read by someone else in-house. The next book is this one, and I can't remember if I read it in school or not. I have a feeling we just watched the film, and if you can see behind me I have a collection of kind of World War I and II fiction. It is something I'm quite passionate about. So I picked this up, and this is The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. I picked it up recently, so I probably will be reading it soon, by John Boyne. We've got Philippa Gregory Meriden. Nixia by Scott Rentigan. I think I'm saying that right. Our Memories Like Dust by Gavin Chait. This is another one that I picked up recently, mainly because of the hype, and we are going on holiday, and I'm not planning on like watching TV or anything on my holiday, so there will be lots of books involved, and this is one of them. The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. A lot of people either love him or hate him, and I really wanted to give him a go, so I figured this would be the best way to jump in. Another one I'm planning on taking on holiday, and I bought this year, so I'm not doing too bad. I bought this for my birthday for my holiday specifically, and this is the Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. You know what? Let me just get these all out of the way. And let me tell you the story behind this author. I love historical fiction. When I see Philippa Gregory books, I buy Philippa Gregory books. I tend to take a Philippa Gregory book on holiday. Sometimes I listen to them on audiobook for like cleaning and stuff. I'm currently listening to one now. But I just know I really enjoy her writing. I really enjoy the stories. They are fiction, and I know a lot of people like get annoyed, but they are fiction. So don't take them as historical facts. Let's just roll through all the books I haven't read by her. And I think out of my whole collection of hers, I read almost half. So there's however many I count here, plus another half that I own by her. The first one is The Virgin's Lover. This is about Elizabeth and Robert Dudley. Queen Elizabeth and Robert Dudley. The Taming of the Queen. I'm not sure who this is about. Catherine Parr. Really interested in her at the moment. I don't know why, but Catherine Parr. Three Sisters, Three Queens. This is all about Catherine of Aragon, I think. Yeah, Catherine of Aragon, which was Henry VIII's first wife. Again, a lot of these are all her Tudor series, so following all the Tudor reign. I'm obsessed. I really like Henry VIII. 'Tis Just Me. The Favourite. The Last Tudor. The Queen's Fall. And The Kingmaker's Daughter. So these are all my Philippa Gregory books. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So not too bad. I think I own 16 to 20. So 8's not a bad number for me. The next one is one I picked up recently and I put it back down because I just couldn't get into it. So I'm going to keep it for a little bit longer. I'm going to count it as an unread book, and that is The Darkest Hour by Barbara Erskine. Erskine? That's how I'm going to say it. This is it's set in 2 different timelines, so here and then World War II. I will give this another go. If I don't like it, you will probably see it in an unhaul. I'm being very brutal this year. Why is this book out? I've read that one. Crescendo and Silence. Is it Crescendo and Silence? Yeah. I read Hush Hush last year for the first time, and I picked these 2 up. So I will be reading these. They're quite easy reads, but I love YA paranormal with angels. It's so good, and like I also love vampires, but you know what? I'm sticking to my guns. Another angel book, Fallen. How have I never read this? Like when I say I was obsessed with paranormal angels, I mean it. Fallen. Haven't read it. Watched the film. Intrigued enough to read this. By, oh, did I say who these were by? This is by Lauren Kate. And Crescendo and Silence and the whole Hush Hush series is by Becca Fitzpatrick. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. There is a story to this. I really love a book by Danielle Still called No Greater Love. I think it's, here it is. I love this book. As you can see, it's tattered, it's knackered, it's one of my favourite books of all time. It's a historical kind of romancy thing. It's so good and I love it. It's about Titanic. So I was intrigued enough to pick this up. I haven't read it yet, but it is Silent Honor. Maybe another read for me for the holidays, but we'll see. Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Hurston. The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. Now, this is on my 2019 to be read. I am just now getting into adult fiction and I love it. You'll probably see in a moment the other adult fiction books I have. But yeah, Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. Hero of Ages and The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I am reading The Well of Ascension, and then as soon as I finish that I will be picking up The Hero of Ages. How come it's taken me 25 long years to pick up Brandon Sanderson? I don't know, but oh my god, he is so fantastic and I am in love. So yeah, These are my next Sanderson reads lined up for me. Shocker, more fantasy. Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. This has been on my shelf for an embarrassingly long amount of time. I think this is also on my 2019 TBR, but I am looking forward to reading that. So, I love the classics. I love Jane Austen and I love weird things, specifically zombies, which led me to falling down the quirk rabbit hole of classic retellings. So I've finished both the zombie books, I've read them. So that's Dawn of the Dreadfuls and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. However, I found these. So I've got Android Karenina. How cool. And Sense and Sensibilities and Sea Monsters. Cannot wait. These are by Jane Austen and this is by B.H. Winters. So Jane Austen and B.H. Winters and Leo Tolstoy and B.H. Winters. So really enjoyable if you like fun twists on things. I enjoyed them. Okay, let's just slide over. Now we're getting into some more historical fiction. So I've got The Silent Companions by Laura Purcell. Here's Bloody Project by Graham Burnett. A Column of Fire by Ken Follett. I have read the first 2 books in this world and I'm enjoying it. And then A Fall of Giants, which is his World War I series, I believe. Really enjoy Ken Follett's writing. So yeah. Okay, next are all like kind of murdery books. I have The Mysterious Affair at Styles by Agatha Christie. Again, another author who I'd never read until last year and I've fallen in love. This will be my 3rd Christie book and I just want to read them all. Again, maybe another holiday read. And then I've got 2 by Alexander McCall Smith. I read the first book last year in the #1 Ladies Detective Agency series. Really enjoyed it. I'm not sure if you have to read these in order. But I've got Mortality for Beautiful Girls and Cupboard Full of Life. They're so beautiful and again, really light reads and just overall like good reads if you want a distraction. Then I have Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. I don't know much about this except I know I like Gone Girl. And on the home run and on the last stack, finally, I have Death Comes to Pimberley. I think Ben's read some of these, but I haven't. I've got Angels and The Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. I think we have the whole series. I did not buy those, so I'm not counting them. I'm counting these 2 because they are the 2 that I want to read the most out of all of them. If Inferno's anything like the film. But anyway, Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons. Midnight Children by Salman Rushdie. And then these, which I picked up on a whim. If I don't read them anytime soon, they probably will be going. I want to read them because I haven't found too many books about this time period. So that is Christian Jack, The Empire of Darkness and the War of the Crown. And this is all part of the Queen of Freedom trilogy. It's all Egyptian history and things. So we'll see. If I don't read them anytime in the next year, they're going because I don't want things just sitting on my shelf, especially things that I'm not going to read if I haven't picked them up. That brings me to Moriarty by Anthony Horowitz. Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Golden. And The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. Fun fact, I did try to read this and I was bored. I made about 50 pages in. And normally I wouldn't count this, but I did just put it back down. It's not one that I'm like dipping in and out of. I put it back down. I really want to love this book, so I'm going to give it another go. But a lot of my friends say it's very dull, which makes me sad because it sounds really intriguing. I am going to give it another go before I get rid of it. So let's count how many books that is. I'm nervous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I think the last time I did this like for personal reasons, there was 60 something, 67 I believe, and now there are only 45. And I can live with 45 unread books. I was really worried they were going to be in the hundreds. 45 is not a bad number. So yeah, so that's 45 books that aren't read. And that's not including any ebooks or anything. We will see at the end of the year. I think I'm going to revisit this video either at the end of the year or the beginning of next year, and we will see how many of these I've actually read and if I've gotten rid of any. I think that will be a great way to hold myself accountable. But again, as long as I'm not over, like as long as the books I have read always outweigh the books I haven't read, I feel like I'm doing good. Right guys, so that's it for this video. 4,500 books, not bad. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to be notified anytime I post new content, hit that subscribe and the ding the bell down below. I will be back with another lifestyle, bookish or travel video next week, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! Order book. Right, so that is it for this video. If you... I need a thumbnail, don't I? What if I just... What if I just do this? Oh god, it's so slippery. Like fishes. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh.